danger spots in any college football season. Ranked team against unranked opponent, and we'll see if the upset can shake up the rankings in this one. Welcome everyone to Annapolis, Maryland, home of the Navy Midshipmen, as we'll see a team from the American, the Florida Atlantic Owls, taking on the winners of 6 straight, the Navy Midshipmen. 48 Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Ready for kickoff as we get this game started. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So Florida Atlantic's offense makes its way onto the field to open this game. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
Scanning the field, it's Gibson. Grab near the marker, it's Messer. They get him out of bounds, couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. With the catch, it's Platt. On the move at the 30. Oh, he's got some space. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped.
You got to love the rhythm this quarterback is in here on this drive, guys. 2 completions. He's seeing the safety rotation that time. Saw the one-on-one matchup he wanted. Took his shot. He is in a groove.
Florida Atlantic comes to the line on 1st and goal. Wants to adjust the pattern. He'll set up to throw. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, the defense watched film last week. They saw this running back catch multiple passes, and that hasn't been the case today. They are clamping down on him, always aware of him, especially in the passing game, and so far they've taken him away.
The safe call on the wide receiver screen.
I'll tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers, and they just couldn't get it done there, and as a result, the offense actually loses a couple of yards.
On 3rd and goal, they'll try to throw it in. And he was working to the end zone, and they couldn't make the connection.
And those sting for offenses, man. You've got an opportunity to get in the end zone, to get the touchdown. It's not easy. It's hard to get guys open. He comes open, and the quarterback, man, I bet he wishes he had that one back.
This offense wants to establish an aggressive identity. They'll go for it on 4th down. Back to throw, it's Gibson. Bringing the heat. Hit as he throws. That ball never had a chance, and they'll turn it over on downs. So Navy's offense has the ball for the first time. And this running game might have a huge advantage when they get to the second level of this defense, David.
Well, and this is a big challenge. Like, you're overmatched. You understand that this guy is a top-shelf player. And I'll be honest, this defense has kind of struggled a little bit this season. But this individual matchup, you got to get him on the ground. You got to find a way to corral him, slow him down. He can't be the game wrecker. If that's the case, it's going to be too easy for this offense.
And if you're on offense, you got to be thinking, let's dominate in the trenches and let's get our star running back into the second level against this linebacker. We've got an athletic advantage at that position. So if we can free him up into the second level of this defense, make him make guys miss, those are going to be explosive plays for the offense.
Navy comes to the line facing second and short. To the ground with the back. Works his way into the traffic and picks up 3 to the 17. Guys, let's chat a bit about Navy. Really interesting matchup here. It's always fun when the top 2 teams in the conference get to square off in the regular season. With all the expansion, it's become a little bit of a rarity, hasn't it? The ball squirts free. Oh, and he gets the ball back. Lucky to do so. Guess it could have been worse.
Man, those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
Florida Atlantic takes over again, and the Owls offense will go back to work. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early.
There he goes. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Looking for room. It's Terrell. Got enough for the 1st. He stops him at the 31, but not before. He picks up 10 yards on the play.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
Offense threatening. 1st and 10 from the 31. Pulls and throws off the RPO. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Back to throw, it's Gibson. Gets it to him on the screen. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Owls. A great catch and run for 6.
And how about the OC slipping in the screen pass? Try to mix it up, slow down that pass rush, let it come up the field a little bit, get it to your running back, let him do the rest. Nice blocking, nice play call to throw in the screen to change it up a little bit and get the big touchdown.
They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they cap things off with a scoring toss from 27 yards out. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Leonard. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And here comes the Navy offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets them out to the 25-yard line. Guys, we have a second here to talk about Navy. The biggest problem for schools at this level is getting enough big bodies, particularly on the offensive line, and getting a three-star guy like this can really help them at this level, Jesse.
Yeah, and when you get guys like that on your offensive line, if you can get a couple dudes like that, all of a sudden now you can hang with bigger, better competition. Games are still won and lost in the trenches. I know this is just one piece, but getting this three-star offensive lineman who is very highly recruited, that is a massive win for this head coach.
Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
And that's exactly how you draw it up. And that's why the option's so hard to stop. QB, man, draw the defense in. Look at me. I'm the first option. Bam. Next thing you know, he pitches it, gets a positive gain down the field.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again.
Well, it's clear the coaching staff had a little conversation before this drive, and they said, we have got to run the football. All 4 plays of this drive so far have been runs, and they're taking a bit of an attitude shift here. They want to be physical, and they want to pound the defense into submission.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Navy will have to punt it away. And the ball will bounce at the 4 and find its way into the end zone for a touchback. The Florida Atlantic offense will return to the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. The give from the gun. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
And now on second down for this offense. And guys, Florida Atlantic is on top. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Got it behind the line. It's Sands. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
A huge third down here in the brigade from the Naval Academy, letting this offense hear it. To the air, it's Gibson. Rush is on him. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Florida Atlantic decides to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. He'll field the punt and see what he can get. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. They've taken a couple of punches to the jaw, and now they'll try to get this offense going down a couple of touchdowns. Off the play fake on first down. And his throw is incomplete. They're dealing with a second and long. Motion from the back. Fullback's got it. Only a couple there, and now staring at 3rd and 8. trying to pick up a first down. Now the play fake. He'll throw it. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. Navy will have to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. A low line drive and short kick. And nobody able to handle that punt. They'll let it bounce and roll out of bounds. Florida Atlantic has the ball back, and the offense will try to put together a drive. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. Breaks into the open. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. They'll leave it with him. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Back to pass, it's Gibson. Quickly out to the tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. Florida Atlantic will have to send out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. And Navy will go back on the attack. This offense has been stagnant so far. 1-2-3 kick the last time they had the ball, and this time really needing to get a score. The give on the counter. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The midshipmen could get really aggressive here on 2nd and short. They'll go to the fullback. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. The midshipmen come to the line on 3rd and inches. Tries to surge ahead on the sneak. Picks up the ball and tries to make something of it. He's dragged down to the ground, but what a play there. Scoops up the loose football and moves the chains.
That ball carrier is very lucky. That easily could have ended up in the hands of the defense. You have got to do a better job of ball security.
Here comes Navy back to the line after picking up the first down. They'll try the run. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Goes to the option. Hey, that's a live ball. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
Man, and it was just the impact of the hit that dislodged the football from the ball carrier. There was a heat-seeking missile coming in there, and he knocked that thing loose.
From the shotgun, they'll run it. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
I don't know, man. If I'm on defense here and I'm watching the way my D-line's getting manhandled, I might have to put more guys in the box. I might have to sacrifice a safety and try to get more hats close to the line of scrimmage to slow this running back down, because the RPO game's been a problem.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the first half, and he's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of plays that really help your defense push these offenses behind the sticks.
This senior shows some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. The give out of the gun. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field.
And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
I personally love aggressive defense. I love it. Bringing the strong safety down, blitzing that sucker in there to get the quarterback. Boom. Get that guy on the ground. Nice aggressive play.
He'll take a deep shot here. Hits him in stride inside the 10. Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. And that is a punch right in the gut to make a play like that and have a penalty wipe it out. The full force, the full-throated roar of the brigade helping this Navy defense. Making side adjustments here. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Florida Atlantic will send the punt unit onto the field. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Signals for the fair catch, and that's where they'll put it in play just outside the 20. And here comes the Navy offense. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul.
Lofts one high and deep. Catch inside the 30 and still running. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30-plus.
Well, you're used to seeing fade throws down in the red zone. Not this time, though. And I like that idea. Sometimes as a quarterback, I just look out there and I say, look, if it's press man coverage and I've got a guy that I know is quick off the line of scrimmage, I'm going to give him that shot. Really, really nice decision there by the Q.
Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Gets the back moving. The give to the big fullback. So now it's 2nd and long. Off play action. They're working that left side. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
Defense has their hands full with this one. I know he's not the biggest guy playing the running back position right now, but they know he's going to be catching it too, and they're going to have to bring this guy down in space. In the passing game, they better make sure they get a lot of hats to the football. They've got their hands full.
Dropping back, it's Horvath. Just had to get rid of that one to save the yardage on 3rd down. Try to get something out of this drive before the end of the half. And the holder will put it down on the left hash, a 34-yard attempt coming. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. That'll bring him to within 4.
And I'll be honest, I don't love the call. On 4th and that short, I want to go for it. But you trust your kicker, he does his job, and he puts 3 on the board.
So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. From the gun, the give, looking for room. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Fellas, you have been calling a great broadcast today from there in Annapolis.
Florida Atlantic will try to kick it deep and break the seal on this second half. Fielded in the end zone, it's Leonard. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. They start this third quarter, one-possession game, and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
Leaves it with the back. Wrestled down at the 32 after a pickup of 5.
A lot of times on second down, you're thinking pass, especially second maybe a little bit long. Really good job by the offense, committing to the running game, getting the first down really easily.
They'll give it to him again. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, there was just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front, and as a result, they lose yardage.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking downfield, it's Horvath. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
And a really nice job by the defense winning second down. I think the quarterback thought he could dump this off, maybe get some positive yards, set up a good third down. The defense did a great job responding and getting that running back on the ground.
Navy now in trouble here on 3rd and long. The short hands, it's Chapman. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. And here comes the punt team. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. Florida Atlantic takes over again, and the Owls offense will go back to work. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. They'll start this drive going to the air. Got a man. It's Messer. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
Give to the back. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Owls with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
That's how you blow up the screen pass if you're on defense. You got to hit the quarterback fast and force the incompletion.
A huge third down here in the brigade from the Naval Academy, letting this offense hear it. Looking for a man, it's Gibson. Grabbed in the middle, it's Henry. Turning it on! Out of bounds right at the 20-yard line, edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on a score.
Yeah, great job creating space. That's what you're supposed to do. When you get man coverage, you got to find a way to get a step, make it easy for your quarterback to read that leverage, and when he drags across the field, he could see he had him. He completes it for the first down.
Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone.
And this QB's really starting to show you something, isn't he? I mean, he's been hit a lot in the pocket, and I just like the toughness. At the end of the run here, he's not sliding because he's been banged up a little bit. Lowering the shoulder, getting the first down, taking some hits, but he's still competing.
They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Florida Atlantic. The offense flexes its muscle a bit and widens the gap.
Take a little exhale. You know, you did your job. You got points. Now you put your defense in a position where, hey, go out and get another stop. We're in great shape. So the offense definitely taking care of their business.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point makes it 14-3. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Arkansas State fell behind early, and it's been an uphill climb since. The thing is, this is a program that's worked the portal about as well as anyone. These kids are tough, and they could just find a way. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Georgia Southern. Anything can happen down the stretch here in the Sun Belt. It's why we're here to keep you posted, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to... Oh, it's out! It's as if that ball had a magnet going back to the offense. How in the world did they keep it? Navy will have to punt it away. That leg is staying loose. Already the 5th kick of the night. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity ladder. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. The Florida Atlantic offense will return to the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Motion from the wideout. Looking to throw, it's Gibson. Snagged in the middle, it's Henry. And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call.
Hold on.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Okay, ready? Quarterback making adjustments. Snaps it in the shotgun. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
You're not going to see that happen too often. Your quarterback, man, he was licking his chops. He saw a big space in the middle of the field. He had his best receiver there ready to make a play, and he dropped it.
Gives it to the back on the draw. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I like the idea of going draw there. You're trying to sell fast, but you still need to do a better job up front executing those blocks. There's too many one-on-ones where they got beat, and as a result, they suffer a negative play.
Looking to scramble. Had to get rid of it quickly. Has no choice but to throw it away, and it'll bring up 4th down. Florida Atlantic decides to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Nice job to make the fair catch at the 16. Make sure that ball didn't bounce into the coffin corner. And Navy will go back on the attack. These guys really need to get something going on this drive. They are still well within striking distance, but they have very little to show for their possession so far. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Dropping back, it's Horvath. Caught in the backfield, it's Hutchinson. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Hand off to the fullback. Shakes off the defender. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling.
Well, how about that play call? 3rd down, turn it around, hand it to the big fella, your fullback, and he does the work to get the first.
Big fullback's got it. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. All right, guys, so Florida Atlantic has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. Stopped after a pickup of 4. Good run to get it out to the 34. It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. They'll run the option. And the defense is swarming to keep him from getting to the first down. Navy will have to punt it away. They'll be forced to kick for the 6th time tonight. He'll try to field the punt and see if he can give his offense better field position. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Florida Atlantic has the ball back, and the offense will try to put together a drive. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. He'll try to find a rhythm here. Pulled and finds his man on the left. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the first down. And the Owls come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. The inside handoff. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. Quarterback making checks. Looking to pass. It's Gibson. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
I think that's why you got to run the football on 3rd and inches, because even if you don't get it, you're setting up 4th and inches, and you can try to run it again and get the first down. Now you don't have that opportunity. The defense comes on the blitz, they create the negative play.
Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. And here comes the Navy offense. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. The give to the fullback. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Sends it back in motion. Sticks it in his belly. It's a fumble. That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it. The midshipmen come to the line facing 3rd and short. He'll ride his man on the option. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35.
have thought in that situation QB might keep it, but makes the right read. Gets it to the pitch man, and what does he do? Gets downhill. Get downhill and get that first down. New set of downs. Nice execution on the option by this offense.
He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. Navy is clicking on all cylinders right now. They'll power it inside with the fullback. Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. To the air, it's Horvat. Pocket breaking down. Got him in the open. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. First and goal from the 7. They want to throw it. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, midshipman. Quick strike through the air for the score.
And the passing game paying dividends right now for this offense. They just had a big play through the air to get him down in the situation. So let the quarterback deal. Great job reading coverage. Found his open target. Accurate throw. And 2 plays through the air, and they've got 6 points on the board.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. On the run from inside his own 5. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. Florida Atlantic takes over again, and the Owls offense will go back to work. After that last scoring drive, old Uncle Mo has switched sidelines, and now they'll try to get it back while they're clinging to this lead. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. The Owls can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to fire. Grabbed behind the line. It's Sands. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? Second down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And the Owls can really attack on this 2nd and short. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Florida Atlantic goes to work with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it out of the shotgun. That is just the kind of run you want when you're trying to close out a game.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice game.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. And the quarterback takes a knee. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. And they'll take a knee.
What a nice way to end this football game. Take the knee, let the clock run out. You weren't given much of a chance for this football game. Going against an undefeated squad, they fought hard, played well as a team, walking away with the victory now.
Well, the dreams of an undefeated season are over. Certainly an accomplishment to make it this far, but this week in practice is probably going to be pretty interesting.
It's going to be very tough after suffering that loss, but you wonder, David, if this might be a blessing in disguise for them, because sitting here at one loss late in the year, their college football playoff hopes very much alive still. Now, can they turn this into a positive and get back on the horse?
And we've seen that in recent years, right? Like you saw Ohio State, they used a late loss to catapult